going to show you one cool idea, at least I think it's cool, for plugging in my solar. So the question is, and I mean there's probably a better way to do this, but the question is, you got your shore power and then you got your solar power. I'll probably be using both. But what do you do to switch over from shore power to solar power if you're using AC with solar power, like an inverter? Because here's the shoreline, right? So we've got it coming out of here. Oh well, you got this plugged into your shore power at the campsite or something. But what if you just want to use solar AC? Alright, I'm going to finish my thought that I had in the last video there before I was interrupted there. So normally you got this shore power just plugging into a post or something. But then what do you do when you want to switch all your AC appliances to be using your solar battery? So you could do that with a switch inside, a big flip switch where you just toggle it from shore power to battery AC or something like that. But I thought of a better way, or a more interesting way anyways. I'm going to get an external outlet, put it on here, that has the weather cover on it, and that one will be permanently hooked up to my inverter. And when I want to switch from shore to solar, I unplug my shore from wherever it was plugged into, and I'll just plug it right into the outlet on the camper. And that will be AC, 110 volt, 120 volt, coming out of my inverter. And so that's an easy way without having to, I was thinking of doing it on the inside, but then I'd have to drag the cord back in all the way and pull it through. This way I can just kind of leave the cable like that for traveling. And when I know what I'm going to do, whether it has shore power or not, I'll just come over here and plug it into my outside outlet, which is directly tied into my inverter. By doing that, I don't have to change any breakers. I don't have to change any plugs on the inside. And that also gives me an extra plug on the outside, because it'll have two of them with the little weather flap. And then once I'm done, I can just close it all up tightly, and I have no issue with forgetting whether I had something plugged into my inverter or not, or whatever. I'll just have to remember to put the cord away each time, but that's fine. That's part of what you got to do. So that's my idea. I don't know if anybody else has thought of that. I'm sure there's probably better ways to do it internally, just by a big flip switch breaker or something to flip from one power source to another. But I don't know. That kind of looked to me like the cheap way, the cost-efficient way to do it. The poor man's toggle or power switch. So that's my idea.
So far,